Hello and welcome back to Grandpa Streams Minecraft. My name is History West and we are on my forever world. And we are down in the bottom of the Great Dig that I dug for my storage areas and also a slime farm, which is inside this box right here on all these levels. And it's working pretty good. Not the, I'm sure not the greatest slime farm in the world, but it may be the most effective one that I've ever built. Not that that's saying much. This is going to be the fourth level, the acacia level when I get to it. And right now we're working on the third level, which is the pink level, the cherry wood level. And I have got all the shelves in, which was so much wood. And plus I built this truly horrendous looking wall. And I'm not changing it, but it is pretty horrendous looking. Candy cane, candy striper. Looks like the inside of a Baskin Robbins, actually. Here is the second level, which is finished, and first level up here. So we've almost got the first page of the creative menu finished for our sorting. And that's what I'm doing. Last time I built one of these supersize storage areas was in my family's our SMP, and I did it all the blocks first, and then all of the stairs, then all the slabs, and just because that seemed most natural. This time I was pondering doing it alphabetically, but then I decided to do it based on the menu in the creative menu. So I downloaded a copy of that. Excuse me. And there are some duplications, so you have to watch out for that. But that does mostly leave like all the deep slate together and all the copper together, etc., etc. So, and this is all the stuff. Mostly what I dug out on the top here, and on the bottom is stuff that I don't yet have places for in the storage area. So let's see what the weather's like outside. We're on day 1427, or should I say night 1427, which is cooking right along. The third anniversary of this world is going to be in May. Not that I've actually played on it that long, but that was 3 years ago that that I started it. And hi, Mumbo. And so I want to have like I want to be on 3,000 days before I get there. So I've been building a couple of things over here this past week. I've played quite a bit of Minecraft, mostly because I've been sick. I've got a very bad cold, and I haven't felt like doing anything except sitting in front of the computer. So I built this based on, oh, there's a creeper, based on a YouTube short. What the heck? That's not my regular bow. Oh. Mr. Sheep. That's just weird. There's some kind of glitch going on here. Weird. Okay. No, it's not the bow. It's some kind of weirdness going on in the game. Anyway, I wonder if that affects regular combat. melee combat. I want to kill this sheep. Now it's... Yeah, there's some lag going on. We got 50 frames per second thereabouts. Normally we have close to 100. Anyway, so I built this based on a YouTube short. I don't have the author's name nearby, but he had some trapdoors here, and another one had the extending stair coming out. So I actually kind of combined two tutorials together. But the thing about it is I should have built it at a 90-degree angle turned that way, because the gas, even if you set them so that they're facing this way, eventually they will turn to face south. So, and then over here I built a cactus farm, also based on a tutorial, and that's cooking along. And we built a smelter here to smelt this cactus into green dye. I need to get some fuel to put in there. Let's do that right now. My fuel is wool. It's not the best fuel, but I have an unending supply of it because of our wool farm. So let's grab a couple of stacks before we head over to the iron farm. First thing after that, what we're going to do is get some interesting. Yeah, a couple of these. Nothing's being sheared right now because all of the shears wore out. So I'll have to. I put some more shears into these two guys, but the rest of them I'm just leaving idle for the moment. I got more wool than I know what to do with, so. The wool farm overproduces always, which is one reason why I don't have my auto farms feeding directly into my storage system, because it would eventually fill up, but and not too eventually either, but fairly quickly. So let's put some of this in here, and put some cactus in here. Smelting. There we are. Some green dye shortly. I am going to need this because I'm going to need some green terracotta and like quite a bit of it for doing some building in Pepperland, our Beatles area. But right now, let's run over and see what we've got in the iron farm. Might as well grab some more bread while I'm over there. Yep, there's something lagging the system up. Let's see, do I have anything running that shouldn't be? That. Alright. Stack of bread. I watched the Minecraft movie again this week. It's just as funny, just as silly, but and I enjoyed it again. You know, it is what it is. It's not a bad effort. It's a movie. It's about Minecraft. So what? But I like it. Been rewatching a couple old movies. I rewatched some Interstellar, which is a good movie. And I rewatched The Imitation Game. Great historical drama. We've got quite a bit of iron here. I need to empty out these poppies. Okay, sweet. That's 3.5 stacks. Throw on our Elytra wings and let's take off for the future home of Sycamore City. My wife and I started watching Resident Alien this week with Alan Tudyk. He's great, of course. Nobody else can play that part. He's very weird, and he's just perfect. It's very funny. We sat down and watched one and immediately watched 2 more. So almost sailed over the top of that there. And just a few minutes ago, I discovered that Peacock, the Peacock channel, had Top Chef on. I like to watch Top Chef, and I watched it on Netflix, but they only had 3 seasons. And here on Peacock, they have all of them. So, yay. We're going to make more progress than I expected. Although, you know, we're not going to be anywhere near getting it done. So I should have used wool. That's what I should have used, gray wool. But, you know, hindsight's 20/20, right? That was exactly 4.5 stacks. How often does that happen? Anyway, I discovered that thing about Top Chef, that it was on the Peacock just like an hour ago, and immediately started watching an episode and immediately needed something to eat because I love to eat while I watch these cooking shows, which is bad, I know, but I didn't. I decided to wait till after the stream to have something to eat. I haven't eaten much, but you know, when you're sick, you got to keep up your strength. I think they say feed a cold and starve a fever, unless it's the opposite of that. But I definitely don't feel like eating when I have a fever. And here we go. Yeah, this is going to be quite a construction project. I'm not going to wait to finish it. I will start building something else here sometime soon. I've just been consumed by that storage area. I have a feeling that it's going to end up taking me years to complete. I know it's not the case, but it certainly feels like it. Yeah, and the blocks, you know, collect, but then I start using the iron for other things. And that's it. That was quick. Maybe I should build a bigger iron farm. Let's see. Oh, I can see my house from here. I think we'll go back to the iron farm right now and get some of those poppies out of there. And I don't need that much red dye at the moment, but I can use them to make more bone meal, which is something I am constantly in need of. Ugh, poor dog. Alright, we'll head back to the house. So it is unseasonably cold here in the desert. Let's see, right now it's 46 degrees Fahrenheit, which may not sound that cold, and it really isn't, I mean, but it's cold enough for me. I have a heater pointed at me under my computer desk right now. And I have been feeling cold for days. Okay. Stick our shulker box right here and feed poppies into the. How'd that bone meal get in there? It's clearly a mistake. That meal should be down here. Alright. Take a quick nap. I'm getting political texts on my watch as we speak. I don't read political texts or emails, even if they're from my chosen political party or point of view. I just don't. It's annoying. I block them every day, every time one of them comes in, but for every one I block, I get 2 more. Okay, let me go over here. Speaking of bone meal, see if I left the moss farm on. I've just been watching Hermitcraft and the ongoing moss war between BOO and Scar. No, it's turned off. Okay. Plenty of moss, so. And, you know, into the moss war, Wells Knight dropped an atom bomb. He built this humongous, giant moss farm. The biggest one that I've ever seen. Of course, an El Mango design, I think. Oh, that's a bunch of crap I've smelted here. All right. Let's see how these other farms are doing. Down here is the sugarcane farm, overflowing. Yes, of course it is. Up here is the kelp farm, also overflowing. Go ahead and take some of these and drop them in the cooker here. Oh, okay. It's already almost full, but we're out of fuel. Okay, let's get some of that wool. Purple. There we go. And we'll stick that back here. There we go. Add a little bit more to the box. And let that cook. When I get ready to do an Asian build, I will be using a lot of that kelp blocks in addition to bamboo. Speaking of bamboo, let's go take a look at that. This is not overflowing because I built a crafting mechanism to craft them into blocks. Good thing too. Wow, look at all that. So if that fills up, will it not? It'll stop, and then I'll just get these. I don't know. Or maybe it'll just overflow somehow. All right. Almost done. Let's get some more rockets. Because I want to fly over to Pepperland. Okay, just drop off the last of these. Stick the rest of them back in here for now. Just got our wings on. Fly over the library. So before we go over there, we should put the finishing touches on our little gatehouse here. It just, oh, look at the horse. It just needs some windows, basically. And I believe I have the glass already smelted. Whoops. Yep. Okay. Oh, you know what I need for this? Some red dye. Take a stack of those. How fortuitous. Okay. Red dye. Some red blocks. That's more than enough, I think. Red panes. Okay. So we take the minecart. Oh, looks like it's not in the station, so I'm gonna have to fly over. Much quicker. Arguably not as fun. Okay. Here we go. This is what we were working on last week. And I guess windows aren't the only thing we need. I was toying with doing black windows because I want them to be fairly opaque. Okay. What else needs to be done? This side is finished. Repair it. This side is done. I don't think we'll want a window box on this side.